Hello, everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to Spring Creek, a 36X map here. We are still working on harvesting corn here from last episode. In fact, I think we've been harvesting on this field here. This will be the third episode here today. We are getting close to being done, though, here. Let's see. Let's move over to the field that we're actually on here a minute. Zoom out just a little bit here as well. And if we switch over, there we go. Should be able to let this update in a minute. So yeah, you can see we're almost done with the field oven. Either this episode or between this episode and next episode, we should be able to finish it up. You can definitely see there's little bits and missing pieces here and there. Like I've got to go back and get this missing section there. We got a missing section there. Just all the little like fingers on this field oven. Again, I'm using hired workers here at the moment, Evan. Courseplay did not want to harvest this field here for some reason. I couldn't get a Courseplay course to work. I suspect it has something to do with like these islands and stuff here, everyone. That most likely is why I am guessing. But anyway, oh well. We are using hired workers. They are slowly but surely getting it done. Speaking of the hired workers here, by the way, though, between episodes, Evan, I activated the New Holland header, I believe. Haven't actually looked at it yet here, so let's check that out here a minute. There it is. Yes, the case. Or / New Holland, I guess. I guess that doesn't actually change the color, does it? I thought that would change the color. It's a red New Holland. Okay, apparently, there we go. There you go, change the color as well. So, yeah. Folding head, still a case 4412, I guess. Sure. Working speed 11 mile an hour. Oh, my goodness. Wow, that seems a little fast. Let's, I don't usually turn stuff down on, but I think we're going to maybe, let's do like 6.9. Sure. We're going to actually turn the speed down on that one, I think, everyone. Yeah, we're gonna buy, how much money do we have? And how much? 67. Okay, we're gonna buy probably 2 of these, I think. One. Obviously, I want to replace my Gearinghoff head here, one. And I believe that's on this combine. Yes. The Gearinghoff head, as you can tell, and I talked about this quite a bit here last episode. The mod author apparently did not set the width properly on this header here, so, well, let's see what we get. We're 4 or 5 rows that are not being used. Lovely. So that header needs to be replaced. That does remind me, though, I do actually have 2 Gearinghoff headers. That is the one I owned. I wanted to try to see ones, because I've got 2 versions here for some reason. I don't know why. I'm wondering if, like, one of these is a fixed version or something like that. 9.1 meters, 9. It says the same. 130,000. I kind of want to, like, try this header just to see if it works, that one. So, yeah, you know what we're going to do? 130,000. We're just going to cheat the money because I want to see if this header's fixed, Evan. Again, nothing wrong with the Gearinghoff headers. I thought it'd be kind of cool to use one of them. But obviously, Challenger... Oh, no yellow, huh? Well, I guess we're just going to go with Challenger yellow. That sounds good, sure. Oh, what? It was on yellow. Design color yellow, sure. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and buy that one. Oh, it's actually going to cost a little bit more money. Okay, fine. Okay, we're going to hire you here a minute. So this header we know is no good, everyone. We'll make sure we get rid of that. Let's run up to the farmyard here a minute. Of course, I say a minute here. It's going to take a couple minutes probably to run up there. Again, as I mentioned, I'm on 36X map here. If you haven't seen the first couple episodes on this, be sure to check them out here, everyone. This, again, is by far the largest map I have ever played on. The biggest we've played on up until this point has been 16X maps. And also, by the way, at least back in Farming Simulator 19, those were the largest maps that were available. I'm not aware of any maps that were available that were larger than 16X. And keyword there, everyone, I say available. There was rumors of, I think it was a 64X map. I'm not aware that map was ever, like, actually available, though. And it doesn't particularly surprise me. The Giants game engine back in Farming Simulator 19 could barely handle a 16X map. If it could barely handle a 16X, I have no idea how it could ever handle a 64X. So, and again, this is a 36X, which seems to be playing quite nicely, Evan. No complaints here so far. And again, it's playing pretty good. We're getting a good frame rate here. My suspicion, though, with a map of this size, that when if you start loading this map down with players and equipment, it's probably going to become a point where you're not going to be able to play on this map. The lag is going to be like too real, right? That's always kind of been the problem with the larger maps. The larger maps can be fun, everyone, but can you play on them? That is the whole question. Speaking of playing on them, I know I've asked you a couple times. I know we got a few of you folks watching that are playing on this map. Again, if you are playing on this map, Evan, let me know. Throw it down in the comments. Love to hear how you folks are doing here on this map as well. How's the map working out for you? Is it playing well? Yeah, just kind of curious, that one. Also, if you have any suggestions for myself on this series, throw them down below as well. Be very much appreciated. Finally, almost back to the field, or back to the farm. Sorry, almost back to the farm here. Oh, that is a trip. So I'm going to grab the Gearinghoff head here first, that one. That's what I was thinking I was going to do anyway. Need like a truck and a flatbed or something. Just throw these other headers up on it, just run it out to the field real quick. You know, again, I'm a type of guy. I always like to say I like to play as realistically as possible, Evan. Given the scenario we got going on here, though, we're maybe going to break a few rules here just because this map is so large. I wonder if I can get 2 of these on here. It seems like a really bad idea. Yeah. What do you folks think? I might have to get a screenshot of this one. Yeah, so let's see. Will this stay on there? Ooh. Probably should go forwards. Yeah, this seems like a really bad idea. Okay, like I said, gotta get a screenshot of this. Oh, careful of the camera there. I don't know if that's the best screenshot or not, but that might work. Might have to move this other header here real quick, man. But let's do that here a minute. See if we get a little bit better screenshot than that. This is I think this is worthy of a screenshot, Evan, this craziness. Again, that's the header we need to sell there. I'm not even sure what the best view of this is, because, like, what in the world? Okay. Take it around nice and slow here. Okay, to the field we go. My suspicion, everyone, is that the Gearinghoff head is not going to work. Maybe it will. Maybe we'll be lucky, Evan. Like, again, like I was saying, maybe these are a fixed version here. Again, I've got 2 versions of them. So, yeah, maybe the one has been fixed. Careful, maybe I shouldn't be driving on the field here. This might have been a bad idea. It's a plowed field, that one, so it's going to, like, be bouncy. Take it real slow here. Should have gone the other way around the building. Yep. Yeah, we'll just do that. We're good until we got on the field, that one. Oh, and it doesn't want to push off the field either. That's interesting. Come on, off the field. It's like it's stuck on the edge of the field here or something. Weird. There we go. Okay, I've lifted the header up, Evan. It won't actually even lift up. That's okay, whatever. Okay, well, they're pushing. We'll take them over here. I just want to try to get them to the field, Evan, so I don't have to sit here driving both combines back and forth like 3 times here just to switch out the heads that work. Now, our other head, Evan, does work. It's a red head on a yellow combine, which, I guess nothing particularly wrong with that, but I would like to put a New Holland head on our New Holland combine if I can. That is one of the reasons I picked the Gearinghoff, is because the Gearinghoff does let you pick a yellow head with it. Plus, I thought, Gearinghoff head would be kind of fun to change. I don't think I've ever actually tried these heads up to this point, so... Also a folding head, that is kind of nice for transporting. Although given the size of the map, Evan, I don't know that I'm too worried about transporting these headers. And then, as I mentioned too, Evan, the fields that we currently own, I mean, unless something changes with this series, Evan, I don't really plan on, like, buying any more fields. The fields we own, Evan, I'm just estimating here. I don't know exact, Evan. I guess you could actually figure it out if you took the time, Evan. You could go look at your location on the map down here. So, again, the location, I mean, it tells you your location down here. I could take the time to do the math. Like, okay, from this corner to this corner, it's this location to that location. And that is going to be, what, how many kilometers or whatever, right? These numbers are in kilometers, by the way. Actually, technically, Evan, if folks want to get really technical about what these numbers are down here, these are actually pixels. So the way Farming Simulator works, Evan, is that is actually a pixel. So, and I don't know the exact location of this with the combine. If I get out, Evan, so I'm standing on pixel 10,737 by 6,081. That is the pixel I'm standing on there. You know what? I forgot to look when I connected this head here. If Horseplay showed me the bounding box on this, that would tell me right away if this head was proper or not, Evan. Because it was the bounding box that gave it away on the last head there. If you remember, it only showed us, like, you know, an 8-row head. And again, there's an 8-row head option available for this mod, Evan. So my suspicion is the mod author probably did a little bit of copy and paste in there. Maybe, just my guess. I don't know. Hard to say, right? Okay, throw a hired worker on that. We'll see what he does on the next round here. Maybe this head will work. Oh, and once you're done with this one, I will switch this head out here as well. I think we're actually... Are we almost done in this corner? Wow, we're almost done in this corner. Look at that. Suppose I could just leave this head on here and let him finish. I mean, it doesn't really make that much difference, does it? You know what? I might do that. Just let him finish this corner here. And then when I have to drive back to... So we'll get that section. Then we got to get that section. Then we got to get that section. And then there's even a section way over here yet. So, yeah, all the little bits and pieces we got to get there. Okay. I have got the plow here, Evan. And as far as the plow goes, I actually plan on, like, doing some plowing here for this field, Evan. In particular here, this... It's not really an island. It's more like a peninsula, I guess, right? I think that'd be the technical terminology for that. This would be a peninsula. We're going to probably get rid of that. My suspicion is maybe that has something to do with why Courseplay will not generate a course here for this field. And then we'll probably get rid of those islands too, because, again, this map, I'm sure, is from a real-life location. Someone took satellite imagery and converted it into a map. So real life, there's probably a reason for those. In the game, Evan, I don't see what the reason is. Like I said, maybe they're like wet spots in real life or something like that. That is my only assumption at this point, Evan. For the game, again, they're nothing. So we're just going to probably plow them under, make them into a field, and then hopefully Courseplay will recognize this as a field, and we can generate a Courseplay course for it. That'd be much easier. Courseplay should be able to handle, like, all the weird contours of the field, hopefully. Although maybe not. Maybe that's part of the problem too. I don't know. Oh, that truck is just in the way there, isn't it? I have to move that truck. Oh, you know what I can do? I got an idea here. Nobody's coming to unload at the moment. Why don't you boys just go, like, just make a round trip? Make a round trip for the fun of it. You know, I don't know. I just drive around. Waste some gas, eh? Truck to pull up to the waypoint here, and then we'll start him as well. Okay, there you go. Off you go there, bud. Perfect. And once I'm past this section, it doesn't matter anymore. Running the New Holland T9 700 here on the Landall chisel plow here. Again, this is a Landall chisel plow, and actually like a proper chisel plow too, by the way. Kind of one of the reasons I like this particular mod. One of the few like proper chisel plows that are out there. And at least around where I live, yeah, that one chisel plowing is still fairly common, or at least some form of like primary tillage. And of course, the primary tillage again being like chisel plowing. Like I said, most farmers still do some form of it yet. Oh, let's go check on the hired worker here a minute. Is he turning around yet? Nope. There's your verdict, Kevin. This header is no better than the other one. Okay. Good to know. I was hoping maybe one of them might be a fixed version of one, but alas. Perfect timing, too. Just finished up there. I'm going to stop you, and we're going to actually go, like, grab a good header here. And this should make the harvest go, like, a little bit quicker, too, right? I'm using the little silly, essentially, 8-row header, I guess. I'm not even sure exactly what it breaks down into by the time it's all said and done with all the narrowing it's doing. Okay, let's fold that out. And let's hope this header works better, bud. Open up course play. Does it tell me? No. I'm not sure why that box shows up sometimes. And sometimes, maybe it's not course play that's doing it. Is it auto drive? No, I don't think auto drive can care what the width of the header is. The only thing. Okay, hired worker. Hopefully that header should work much better, I would think. You're getting close to being done over there. I'm going to go back to plowing. Once we're done with this field, by the way, I think we got 2 more fields yet to harvest, gentlemen, for this harvest season. Just to give you folks an idea, like, we're still working on harvesting here yet, but we have not made it past the harvest season. We've got the sunflower field next to us. That is by far our largest field, so something tells me when this week's worth of episodes, we're probably going to spend some significant time, like, harvesting that field. And I'm also hoping course they will generate a course for it. Not we'll be forced to use hired workers here again, which, yeah, not the end of the world, I guess. And technically, the auto drive routes I have now should work for that one. I just need to add a stop point for, what is the field number on this one? Field 383. So I got one for 389 right here. But I, on purpose, when I created that auto drive route of it, I went past field 383 as well. So just, yeah, like I said, create a waypoint by 383 there, and we should be good. Yeah, we don't need to turn on create field here just as of yet. So once we get over wherever that peninsula section was, then we'll turn that on. One of the suggestions I had for this map, by the way, was to try using the mother bins. I still plan on doing that yet, by the way of one. We just need to earn a little bit of money so we can actually buy some mother bins here, or at least a mother bin anyway. So once we have enough money for that, that's most likely the route we will go. And I'm fairly certain we still have, a little bit more corn to harvest here yet. Plus, we got sunflowers to harvest, so I'm pretty sure we should be able to make a little bit of money off all that crop. And I think there's one more field to harvest, too. I don't remember what's on that other field. Is that sunflowers, too? Yeah, field 389. What is on field 389? Oh, okay, that is sunflowers as well. Yeah, 390. We'll have to harvest field 390 as well, but we'll get to that field here once we're done with this field. Put the blue harvester on that one again. And we'll head over to the comment section in a moment, see what you folks had to say here for last episode. And just as a reminder, before I read the comments, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, if you like the video, give her the old thumbs up there. And of course, in order for me to read comments, Evan, you folks have to leave comments. So, if folks have any comments to add, sure throw them down below. Always enjoy reading all you folks' comments. And as I've said many, many times before, I do read all the comments. Try to respond to as many as I can. Don't necessarily get to all of them, but like I said, try to respond to as many as I can. So, starting off with the first comment here. Christopher was saying, good video, keep it up. Hey, thank you very much for that. Hetero was saying the same thing. Good video. Thank you very much for that as well. Oh, this is our section right here. Okay, so we're going to stop right here because figure out how I want to do this. I'm thinking what I'm going to do. I'm just going to probably go straight from here to like over there. I'm going to cut this little section out here as well. Like, why? We're just going to... Let me just turn around here rather than trying to back up. This might be easier. Yeah, we got all that weirdness over there, too. You know what? I think I'm going to go further back. Yeah, okay. Let me make another crop circle, Evan. Just making circles here. Don't mind me. And again, I'm not necessarily looking to make these fields bigger, everyone. You could certainly do that if you want to, but I don't know if yes. I think these fields are big enough, everyone. I don't think I really need to like make these fields bigger. Like I said, I think we're just going to try to do a nice gentle curve right over to that section of the field there. Actually, speaking about making the fields better or bigger, actually, we're making it better here, hopefully in this case as well. But speaking of making the fields bigger, next comment here from Jonathan. You can create a new field, create the field you're in. Like when you buy a new field, you can make it bigger than what it looks like on the map. You can also combine all the fields into one big field. Yeah, I think I'm going to not do the whole create it into one big field. I'm okay with having a couple of... I was going to say small fields, but let's face it, the fields on this map are not exactly small, so... Okay, lifting up. We're going to make a second pass across here. Just double the width on that. Now, one thing I could technically do as well, Evan, I'm hoping that course play will automatically detect the edge of this field. I'm hoping. If not, Evan, there is always the option of manually driving the edge of the field yourself and then creating that manual field boundary. That is definitely an option, Evan. Again, obviously, I'm trying to avoid doing that. Rather have auto or course play just automatically detect it, but... And speaking of automatic detection, in order for the automatic detection to work, I'm going to have to restart the save game for that to work. Courseplay only updates the fields when you first start your game. Or load your save game, technically, not necessarily maybe the start of the game, but... So, Courseplay will not update this new field boundary. There might be like some commands or something you can run, I'm not sure, but... The way I know it, just, restart your game, right? Probably go check and see how the other combine is doing here. Should be about done by now, I would think. Mason was saying, why don't you place down the bin sites I sent you? I sent them to use for auto drive. I figured you would need it. You really need the big corner one with a ton of capacity. Don't forget to activate the New Holland case headers. Hey, I actually remember to do it. Yeah, the Gierenhof's heads are junk. I was using that for my series. No animations. I noticed that as well. Yes, there's no animation on those headers. Doesn't work with hired help. Convinced me to sell it. Yeah, so between the animations and doesn't work with hired help, convinced me to sell it. Yep. Same, obviously, here as well, unfortunately. Again, it's kind of a shame. Like, nice looking header. No animations, which that should be a pretty simple fix as far as I know. That's just like setting an animation zone from what I remember. So yeah, just silly little things like this. Like, come on, mod author, really? Just like when Giants released the game, when there's all kinds of stuff. Like, if Giants would have just opened the game and like played it for 5 minutes, the light bulbs should have gone off, right? Actually, they didn't even have to like play the game. All they had to do was like load the game, and the light bulbs should have gone off, and it was that bad, right? Fortunately, all the updates they finally fixed like 90% of the problems, right? Mason was also saying you could try turning off the bypass islands on the course play generator, maybe to get it to generate the course. That is true. I didn't think of that. That is possible. Don't think the islands were at fault of it. Again, I'm pretty sure it was that peninsula thing that was probably at fault. Could be there's something else wrong with the field too. I don't know. We'll see once here. Mason was also saying those grass spots are like that in real life. Sloughs, wet spots, not good ground in general. Yeah, I assume that's what those spots were. Like I said, in the game, they don't really show up as anything, but yeah, in real life, they're probably wet spots or just areas that you just can't plant for various reasons. Killen was saying, my PC can run a 4X map just fine. I'm afraid to try anything bigger. It's a decent PC, but far from the top tier. Well, there, Killen, I challenge you to try this map then. I mean, it's not like it's going to wreck your computer. The worst that's going to happen... Level this up just a little bit. There we go. One of the cool things about this, you're getting distracted here, man. This particular Landall chisel plow, you can adjust the hitch, the levelness of the hitch. So, depending on what tractor you have it attached to, sometimes the hitches are higher or lower, and you end up with a weird angle on it. Well, you can adjust that with this particular mod, so kind of cool. Anyway, back to Killen's comment there. Again, just try running this map if you want to, at least if you want to play on it anyway. If you don't want to play on it, then maybe not, but... Again, the worst case, you're just going to get a bad frame rate. Not like it's going to break anything. Oh, yes, it looks like this combine is finished, by the way. Slowly making our way around the field here. Like I said, we'll switch out headers on that combine as well. But, again, nothing wrong with the particular head we have on there, or just a visual thing. And then both our combines have the same head this way now as well. They both have the New Holland folding heads, or technically case heads, I guess. Like I was asking their last episode, does New Holland even make their own corn head? New Holland is kind of one of the tractor brands I'm not the most familiar with, everyone. I know some of their tractors, but I'm definitely not the most familiar with what they all have. At least where I live, it is primarily John Deere. Then there is some case equipment splattered in there as well. Few New Hollands, emphasis on the few part. It's mainly John Deere. Like most of the farmers are running John Deere around here. And, if you're gonna farm, might as well farm with the best, right? Okay, fine. We have to move the combine. Not sure what that auto drive worker there is doing with all those blinking lights and stuff, but okay, I will come back to that. I will take care of that off camera, everyone. I won't bore you folks with the details there of me switching out heads. We'll just do the same thing we did in the last one, everyone. Drop that head off and grab the other one. Speaking of the end of the episode, by the way, I just looked at the time here, and it is time for it to be the end of the episode. So with that, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.